Audience positioning and perspective. So, who is the audience and what do they get out of it? Well, the audience is mainly teenagers and maybe younger adults as well. That's who the game's aimed at. And it's aimed to capture the audience's imagination through the pirate theme, through interesting dialogue and in-jokes, and through problem solving and puzzles, then the audience imagination, and opening up different parts of the story, revealing what's going on throughout the game as you solve more and more puzzles and get further into it, is going to increase engagement and players' enjoyment with the game. It's important that the audience, the player, engages with the game and gets involved with the story and starts thinking about some of the problem solving. That can make or break a game, and it can be therefore very addictive if you want to know what happens next, or you're finding it slightly frustrating, or you really want to solve a problem. Then that engagement really is all part of a point-and-click adventure game and getting you engaged and addicted and hooked into it. It's got a jokey cartoon element as well, which is going to appeal to lots of different ages, and it's got some adult humour and tongue-in-cheek jokes as well to appeal to an adult audience as well. Audience identification. So the idea that it's pirate based is a key ingredient really to keep audiences' imagination going and to allow lots of different problem solving and in-jokes and fun elements throughout the game. So the idea that it's set in the Caribbean in amongst a fun theme, a popular theme of pirate and treasure, allows the audience to identify with that kind of theme that's very popular in film and TV as well. Stereotyping. The game uses lots of stereotypes. There's a love story that goes on. That's a very sort of stereotypical part of many movies, TV series, games, etc. So to have a running story. Another nice element is that he is very vulnerable, and the female character is stronger really, and so she sometimes sort of dismisses him, and he's quite vulnerable and says the wrong thing as well. So there's that sort of jokey to and fro part of the ongoing love story as well, which makes the sort of stereotyping sort of breaks from the stereotypical mould really. There's the stereotypical pirate-based theme. That's another stereotype as well. We've mentioned that through things like Pirates of the Caribbean, Robinson Crusoe, there's lots of different pirate-based adventure stories and TV programs and films as well. So it's linking into a very popular stereotypical genre, and some of the jokes and some of the conversations and some of the situations that he gets himself in within a pirate adventure are quite stereotypical as well. It makes you look and feel as if you're part of a fictional pirate adventure, a fun pirate adventure. Positive and negative representations. Well, there's no real negative representation to the game. It's all based in a humorous sort of context. The pirates sort of references are not real. Some of the situations that he finds himself in are clearly fictitious, and so it's only loosely based on real world sort of events, the 17th and 18th century sort of pirating that happened, the golden age of pirating in around the Caribbean. So it's only loosely based along those. So I suppose that could be a negative representation, with it not being too lifelike and with it being a little bit tongue-in-cheek and fantasy. So the fantasy allows the storyboard to take the story in different directions as well and not be too true to life. The game player knows clearly right from the outset that it's a fun adventure, even from it starting out and there being a lookout man high up on the cliffs that wears glasses and clearly is short-sighted and can't really see what's going on sets the scene really for a humorous kind of game that doesn't take itself too seriously.